Central Texas escaped major damage as this week's severe thunderstorms moved through, but 59 years ago today, it was a very different story. May 11th, 1953 was the day a massive tornado hit Waco, killing 114 people and injuring hundreds more.
An 87-year-old survivor of that terrible storm now lives in LaGrange, and that's where she told KXAN's Jim Swift her harrowing story.
Margaret Mann does not do well in stormy weather.
You just say storm, and I'm walking the floor. In fact, in that room in there, I have my pillows and my blanket, just in case.
What would you do with that pillow and that blanket?
I would get in there in that hall closet or in that bathroom and just cover up as best I can.
You see, on May 11th, 1953, a 3-month pregnant Margaret Mann was working with her husband in a downtown Waco paint store when hell itself dropped from the sky.
The debris going down the street, and it was so intense that you couldn't see across the street, you know.
Turning the pages of a scrapbook full of yellowing newspaper clippings, Mann recalls that dark afternoon with fresh dread.
We thought a tornado was what you have in Oklahoma in the spring. We had never, ever even experienced anything like that.
The scrapbook is an amazing record. But 42 years after the storm, a book of photographs came out. Photographs taken by Waco photographer Jimmy Willis. And one of the pictures in this book is worth the proverbial 1,000 words.
One of the most disastrous tornadoes in modern history slices its way through the heart of Waco, Texas.
But perhaps even more chilling is footage from an old newsreel.
Maybe the saddest thing that I heard and came out of this was this family either owned R.T. Dennis building or they were part of it. But she found out her husband had been killed, her son had been killed, her son-in-law was killed. And that just tore me up. I couldn't believe it.
What's your advice to people who might suddenly find themselves in the eye of a tornado?
Do like Jim Spencer says and find you the safest place in your house and cover up as well as you can. And that might not help because if something fell in on you, you're not going to be too protected. But it's kind of up to the Lord if you want to know the truth about it.
Texas bears the brunt of devastation and tragedy.
Jim Swift, KXAN News.